trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He trying to catch me in my feelings.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddy's girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Cane, hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing. You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Woo! You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
All up in my face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might ride it. Most say that, baby, they don't love the clique. I thought they love you when you make it. This a mother. Yeah, this a mother. Friends and business don't mix, so I'm brotherless. Trying to get back close, hit them with the stiff. Gears I shift, make sure they feel the drift. Just cop the Benz, hold with the tank. You should know, cause in every song I said, yeah, in every song I said, I'm just proud of my accomplishments. I'm a 400, I don't care at all. Have a head on. Heard you talking about I'm real, I'm fraud. Your kids and broad ain't straight, you shouldn't care at all.
Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave.
Yeah, 104 times how it go down. Slaps on deck for the whole town. On mamas, man, I did it with my own sound. And I got my own city that I hold down. Just admit it already. You got plans to do it, boy, we did it already. Got a couple DMs, I done slid in already. Gotta ask YG if he hit it already. Yeah, I'm a star like Moesha's. Running up the numbers like Aisha's. Yeah, I be sliding, I be creeping. Girls these days, they just don't know how to keep it. But I got it all handled. They try to box me and I got my own angles, yeah. I'ma spend the summer getting to the cake and I'ma wishing put on every candle. I'm like,
Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Your season starts now.
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave.
know me, but you know now. Juicy came through with the verse for me both times. In Pot Town, that's automatic, hold down. What's that? Ask no question, just hold it down. Why you hating on the progress? I'm a humble, I don't even pop what I do. I just drive the Maybach through the projects. And still brazy, I ain't even drive shit. Hate from a distance, please don't try me. Cause we'll turn it up on anybody. Oh, I got the BD back breaking.
Please, please tell me why you always leave.
Why you waiting?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me why you always leave.
Why you waiting?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me.
Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come with...
This over complex new design. I'm tripping over all the time. We try to walk a fragile line. Whatever's left is always right. I will take back what's rightly mine. This is my forsaken fight. We're gonna set this place on.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Bring it on tonight. This over complex new design. I'm tripping over all the time. We try to walk a fragile line. Whatever's left is always right. I will take back what's rightly mine. This is what forsaken.
All right, man. Every day is an opportunity to get better. We got to get better today. What I want to know is who's excited to work. I'm ready to work today. Are you ready to work? Let's go out here, let's show them what we're about, and let's get this done.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Here we go! White 90! White 90! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Here we go! White 90! White 90!
Sup. Hi.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
All right, gentlemen, you must have had your oats this morning because today was a great practice. The coaching staff, we can't ask for much more. If you guys consist.
Okay.
Kick your season off by starting your first game.
Dang Network. Everything number 7. Beep.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that, feeling that. Yeah, I've been flicking that.
Whatever it okay.
Flicking that, killing that, flicking that wrist.
of the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let Push tell that. Take it by the old man. Had to change her heart and then fell back. Old man lived a long life. Walked around with a long way. Like Jesus, that Colombiana, that's
Make him look beast.
Look at the flick of that wrist. I'm feeling like Leonardo. Let me paint the picture. I might need a bottle. On the road to success, I can feel the throttle. That Michelangelo, hundreds in the envelope. Type when I write. Had to change her heart. Wish I knew it back from the start. Like, looked around, seen his wife on the.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
I'm in the
Ridley,
season.
and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports.
Yo. Hi. I can't see it. Network issues. Go 16-0. Yo. Hi.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. He hits the first-year man, Will Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
Try
That's
going
why they took him in the first
16-0.
round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right and finding Fedorowicz. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
To throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. He got 29 yards that time.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Fedorowicz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards.
Hi.
On that one, it earns him a fresh set of downs.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They come out here in the eye. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So the pickup there for Lamar Miller, and he actually shredded his current team last year when he played against them. 175 yards, another 61 in the air, and 2 touchdowns.
I guess that's a classic example of if you can't stop him, go get him, put him on your team. Lamar Miller, a big-time pickup for the Texans.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go! Brand 38!
They run for it. Here's Blue. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will take... And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Their big tight end as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down. And touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans will extend their lead. And the man out of Notre Dame, Fuller, with that first trip into the end zone. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the... You take that away from them. How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Fedorowicz. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Gets it to Strong. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defense.
Those DBs, aren't you? Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The linebacker, Lamar Houston, the one to bring him down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
They didn't.
Comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Jarrell Freeman in on the stop. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away.
And it's a touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my...
Comes Houston, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to want...
Sub to me, please.
They come up in an offset eye.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike
They'll start out on the
If
ground.
you
It's
sub
Lamar
to me.
Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Back to throw here. Setting up the screen for Miller. He showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will handle first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old time. Football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, Houston. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 37 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner.
And now out comes Houston. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation.
Still first down.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Why I have -5 subs.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Come on, let's go.
They will take the knee, and it means a great start to their 2016 campaign, a win here in Week 1. Yes, 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now before... And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Texans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaughton. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
We set the roof on fire. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof on fire. On fire. We set the roof 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 on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
2 3s on my feet, then I pump fake. Baby girl, grab the quick. What if kiss it? Sweat leave, Mr. Couldn't took it quick. Hottest on the planet, got the place lit up. Fly, got expensive taste, sight and touch. We ain't on the same team. Cheer up. Bout your that make sit up. I ain't come to blend in, boy, I stand out. Money talks, you just popping off at the mouth. And from the topic, then the conversation heated. Right shrimp, getting booked up in every city. Splash her with cash, had the spaz on the waiter. She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes. We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. So bad, swimming in my bed. Off with that, off with that. Young Slim, get it in my infrared. Come and hit the rain, I just lit the gas. Young wild winning, living fast. Stashing money in a brown paper bag. We set the roof on fire, then we flood it out. We just threw the money up, we ain't even count. Shake it, shake it, shake it. It in my speeder, girl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The work this fella did through the air last week is the main reason they come into this game off a win. If not spectacular, it was a very steady performance for him and one he'll be looking to build on in this matchup. It's the Chiefs going up against the Texans. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Gott and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Lariat is set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Coming up, it's a rematch for last year's AFC wildcard round between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club in They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A group of Chiefs there to make the stop that time.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
He'll buy some time right. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And the rookie Braxton Miller with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Rolling to his left, and an alley to run. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll set up a throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Let's go. White, 9.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. They'll roll. And he will have a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. That was a case of practice making perfect. Goal line offense had been their focus. The Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws tackles and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Partner, when you're...
And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for the Texans. 55 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And here comes the Texans now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out.
This gain there is he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
I restarted.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Right side caught Fedorowicz. And he's able to get out to the 32. Run down there. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Let's go, Ohio!
Good throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
I'm going KK. KK. K.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
You see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. Fedorowicz. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, here's Miller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up... And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Miller. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. Spinning past him. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you tell the offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown as a Houston Texan. And the Texans will extend their lead. Think the Houston Texans are happy to have Lamar Miller in their uniform?
Without a doubt. Just remember, in order to run an offense, and when it runs at its best, you have a good run.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. He'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught, Fedorowicz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Second down now after the pass completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Miller on the catch over the middle. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
We got three.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, it stays up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And now out comes Houston. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And he is going to get this one. Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to wind up in it, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys.
Hi. Is this your career game? Uther. Back.
Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Underneath for Miller. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And they're getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Dancing, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He can run for it, and he will. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires. Comes Houston. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check 26, check 26.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Ohio.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The big fella. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It was a tremendous passing display that this man put on last week. Short, deep, intermediate. He made all the throws, and he had the yards to prove it, not to mention the win. He's riding high coming into this game. It's the Texans going up against the Patriots. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, in early...
Muride. Thanks for showing up, y'all. Muride. Appreciate y'all low walls. Muride. Loyals. Muride. I was first. No problem, Rath. Hi. MMR raid. Muride. Hi. MOG fire, Muride. MMR raid. I gang gang. Hi. Everyone like G and subscribe. Hi. MMR raid. Sorry for screen. Swaz
Now
check
problems
hangouts.
right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
K.
Delay of game, offense.
It's all good, GG.
Still first down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Now they'll throw
La, la,
here
la, la,
out
la.
of the gun. Steps away to his left. Room here to run. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Houston first.
GG check what Kawa said. Cringy screen.
And the offense
Yeah, I
lining up
know.
1st and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure
We
the
out
feet
here.
were inbounds, and they were. And as a first rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectation.
Wait,
And he
what's
has
with
to
like
play
the
well
series?
in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some
PS4
holes.
can talk.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck as some guys may have fallen to them. But for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
Oh, can I make a
Completion
cuss?
left side to Miller. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
No.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll buy some time right. And no escaping this time as he'll
Big
go
black
down.
box.
They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And some room to roam now. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And here comes
Bye.
play number 6 on this drive.
Bye.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Drops it to Blue. Complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alfred Blue, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there? Comes Houston, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. He'll drop to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's got room. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And now it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. On the move to his left. He's got Fuller. And it's a fumble. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds.
Just wanted to hear it say fake news
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Texas.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Keith Mumphrey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, take over here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Yeah.
And he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Okay.
Back to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Flushed out right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general? He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Gonna go
a
meet
nice
new
job
friends.
there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
This will be caught at about the 5. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he will score. It's a touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have broken the tie.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about.
And now out comes Houston. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away. Floating run incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. 3rd down here.
3rd and 11. 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
He's got it at the 15. A pickup there of 36. And it's good enough for a Houston 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, little 360.
Oh, man.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Still first down.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. And they're going to speed things up here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 6 there on first. Let's discuss now this performance as it relates to the last one. You know, a week ago, and we saw it. Some pinpoint accuracy. He's displaying that again.
That was a fun film session for us, wasn't it? Able to kick back and watch him work. And what we saw was a confident leader, a guy in control, making excellent throws at times. And he's brought that with him in this ball game as well. And I'm starting to think that he's starting to feel like, yeah, I've got this thing down pat. And I think the team will come along with him.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Fedorowicz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just...
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And defensively, they just don't... Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried?
And here comes the Texans now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rolling to his right. And he's got some space here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And you have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was...
He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. A great read. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And finding Fedorowicz. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
And some room to maneuver. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And escapes the sack. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Houston. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1-0 here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down, still 14 yards left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He finds his target, Fuller. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And quickly they get to the line. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Well, Charles, Foxborough, never, ever, under any circumstance, an easy place to win. But kudos, hats off, they got it done. Yeah,
and our guy Marvin, our statistician, he slid us the note. 91-16 here at home in the Tom Brady era. That's pretty impressive.
That's very impressive.
Hard to beat this team. They're not only well coached, not only are they talented, this crowd loves getting behind them.
So for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get lit from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around, hey. What with me now, we running wild, hey. And nobody getting, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I'm Mike, lose it.
I'm recording now.
Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blowing down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody getting. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Blowing down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody getting. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Lose it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The hatred.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And some space here. And he slides to avoid the hit. 7 yards on the play. And that'll make this a second down.
And it's never a bad decision to slide as a quarterback. You're too valuable for reasons other than your legs to go out there and take those unnecessary hits.
They'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
And now out comes Houston. They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right.
Strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And that's a guy, Lamar Miller, from Miami, went to the University of Miami, was playing for the Dolphins, but now moved to the Lone Star State.
Yeah, how about that? And sometimes that change.
And this is caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. It's a tight game here early. We're back to Houston in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, out to his left. And this will be a touchdown. It's their quarterback, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Texans are in for 6.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game. So
and now out comes Houston. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He hits the first-year man, Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now he's going to throw it back. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Miller, the lone setback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. A good pickup there at 22.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flushed to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
Rolling to his right. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task.
Touchdown, Houston. Jay Prosh, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back to throw now on first down. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Flush to his right. They find some open field here. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A big play there on the scramble. 41 yards. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Second down following the run.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers.
And now out comes Houston, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Fedorowicz. He's at the 30. Touchdown. Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Texans will add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance.
Comes Houston. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it again with Miller. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, the coaches still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Sliding out of the pocket. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Back to throw again. He'll buy some time right. Underneath for Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll set up to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their big tight end. His second touchdown. Comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They'll look to throw, and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he finds his man Griffin. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action here on 1st down. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a total